Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. You have myself, Captain Coop, and we have our wonderful talent, Major McFarland.
Well, hello.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. Phenomenal day. Dylan, thank you for being
Holy
first. Brian,
smokes.
good to see you. Beatty, Fabella, get back to work. So guys, we appreciate it. Today we wanted to do a Not Shop Talk. It's been a rather rough week, and so we just wanted to hang out with you guys and shoot the shit, for a lack of a better way of saying it, and let everybody know that we appreciate all the hard work that everyone's put in.
Yes.
And everything that everyone's doing, and we can't thank you guys enough. I go on that soapbox every podcast. I say it at the end of the podcast, but I wanted to say it at the beginning because we really couldn't do this without you guys, and your guys' work is just amazing. So it's phenomenal.
So yeah, I wanted to touch base real quick. Obviously, I think everybody's probably up to speed on what happened on Wednesday. The unfortunate event. Sound like it was a really nice, beautiful day, and then some bad actors decided to ruin it for everybody, and unfortunately, someone lost their life and traumatized, thousands of people and children, and a lot of injuries. Fortunately for Titan, none of us were injured, and our guys got to go home safe at the end of the day. We had about 20 guys down there. Obviously, the facility that they do the parade at is under contract with us, so we've always taken care of them. I've been there in the past. We've talked about it on here before. So as far as that goes, I know people have heard it enough, and I hated that I had to bring it up, but I wanted to, in the event that anybody that works for us is struggling with, how to process or move on from that. We do offer our employee assistance program, so please reach out to your supervisors and get connected to, or find a way to get connected with that or linked into it, so you can use those programs. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We've talked about it before in the podcast. I know that we've changed systems since then. So if you have struggles getting to it, I don't want that to be the reason why you don't seek help that you need or assistance. So with that being said, we'll move to the part of the podcast that's more fun, and that is just kind of BSing, the Not Shop Talk. We end up usually talking about food.
Almost always.
Yeah.
Food or movies.
Weather. Movies. Brian, well, I saw Brian's on there. He usually is a good one to talk. Oh, well,
Movies.
Yeah, movies.
He's great with movies.
If anybody watched the Super Bowl, Twisters is coming out. Twister 2.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's upsetting.
I imagine at some point in time, I think it's even in the trailer. It's a pretty long trailer. I've watched a few of them.
Like I said, when we talked about the Super Bowl, the only part of that I watched was the overtime.
Yeah.
So
you didn't miss anything. I mean, it was
the one thing I will say that I like about like the Super Bowl and stuff is they always come out with like the really good commercials that they pay a ton of money. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Make me nervous, like someone's staring at you.
No. Looking into the camera, the fourth wall.
Break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Hey, he knows a term.
Story time.
But I always love the commercials that come out from that and stuff like that. And you get.
I don't want to
really
get closer to Coop, Brian. It's weird. He smells like, what was that thing? Cranberry relish. Is that what you call it? Yeah. I mean, it's not true, but it's funny.
What?
Coop smells like cranberry relish.
Or
Ow! Stranger danger.
But that's one thing I like about the Super Bowl and stuff. Is
Get
you
a better
those really
camera,
cool
Brian.
commercials.
The old camera had no problems. It's like neck's all extended. It's really stressing the speaker here. But yes, no,
Charles, thanks for joining us. We're doing well.
Twisters. I know at some point there's going to be 2 Twisters. It's going to be really ironic because I think at some point he's like twins or sisters or something like that. They're sister Twisters. Oh, say that 25 times fast. Sister Twisters.
Okay, we're not doing that. So they're coming up with another. It's the same storyline, or is it like a new version?
They don't really go into it. Brian knows more about it. Brian, what do you know?
I asked because, like, with the mummies, they did the new mummy with Tom.
Okay, that tastes weird.
I can't remember his name.
Hold on.
What's his name? Tom.
Keep the people happy.
What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. But they did the new mummy movie, and it was a different play on the same thing, and. It was cool. It was a different take on the movie style itself. But
I saw the first one that had. Yes, I saw the first one had. Was it the Dwayne Johnson, The Rock?
Yeah.
and some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
where
that
he
was
like
pretty
turns
bad.
into like a scorpion or
He
whatever.
was the Scorpion King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was pretty good. It's just like a '90s version of Indiana Jones. I was more of a Indiana Jones fan.
Yeah. He had some really good movies. The what was it? The Crystal Skull was the last one. It was pretty good.
Hold on just a second. Sorry, keep him occupied.
Brian wants to bag Leon and force him to watch the new Twister movie. I don't think that would go well, Brian. I will absolutely record and watch so we can put that on the podcast later, but I don't think that would go well.
We'd have to heavily sedate him from far away, like a trank dart. He's just like sitting there talking. He's like, yeah, and things like that. Boom. We're like, hurry up. Well, this usually knocks people out for 4 hours. He's an animal. He's only got. We have 20 minutes. Strap him to the seat in the movie theater. He's just like, what is that, Clockwork Orange, where they pry his eyeballs open? Like, you're gonna watch Twisters and you're gonna like it. No, that wouldn't be good.
Second he got up,
eventually he's getting out of that chair, and that's gonna be bad.
Him, it would be bad.
I wouldn't release him. We'd just leave him in there. Be like, well, this is where you live now.
Gonna get out.
This is where you live now. So he may just, just say give up and just say this is it. I have.
I bet if you bribed him, you could probably get him to watch it. Bribe him with whiskey.
Probably not. It's never going to be as good as the original masterpiece. I'll never forget when Brian found out that Leon didn't like Twister. He wrote like this, very bougie movie review, and then we.
Didn't you post it?
Yeah, he taped it to
all
his
over his
desk. Yeah, and printed off a color picture of like the movie art. But yeah, no, we just like picking on the old man. But secretly he loves it. So it keeps him young.
He picks on you back.
Us,
he picks on all
us whippersnappers. Hold on, I lost you.
See what I can do.
Hold on, I'm not caught up. Oh, you had to do that last time too. Why does it pause?
Because you leave the screen. Let me fix this stuff real quick. There you go.
All right, thank you. I'm too stupid.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, did they have a release date or anything like that? Or
it's like midsummer, I think, like May or June. So, which makes sense. It's tornado time. So, I like the fall and winter, and I'm a heavy insulated guy, so I prefer kind of cooler temperatures. But part of coming out of the winter and we're kind of transitioning now, I love a good summer evening where you can feel big old nasty storm rolling. You can just feel it in your bones, and it's hurt. I mean, especially my ankle that I broke a long time ago, or my heel I broke a long time ago. That one will get real sore when a big storm's because the pressure changes.
Yeah.
A huge storm's coming in. There's something about those, and I think that's why I like Twister, is because you can just feel it's like that hot, humid air, and it's just it's dark. Feels like it's dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I still have yet to see a tornado or anything come down, and everybody keeps telling me that the sky turns green.
Yeah, real eerie green.
And I've never
seen a tornado touch, but I've been in a handful of times where it could have happened at any moment. It just luckily didn't.
And that's the thing is, as a kid, there was one year we were down with my stepdad and everybody. We were down in Arkansas seeing some of his family and friends, and a tornado hit the city we were in, and they grabbed everybody up. And I never really saw it or saw the sky or anything, but they grabbed us all up. We ran into the basement, and that's where we stayed for 4 hours.
Yeah.
But that was the most I've ever had. I've never actually seen the sky or anything when it turns.
Has anybody ever seen a tornado in person? Please comment in the comments.
That'd be
no, it's weird. It's very green. Think
Billy.
of a sage.
Billy says she's seen 5.
I don't have the comments for some reason. That's weird.
Yeah, you do. It's right there.
No, oh, there it is. I'm just way behind, I guess. Okay.
McFarland, check your texts.
Trying.
He's trying to manage 2 phones. It's hilarious. You're not texting me, are you, Brian? No.
I already did, Brian, if you're paying attention.
I don't want to know. But I kind of, as much as I want to say I want to see one, at the same time I don't, because I don't want to wish that evil upon myself. I think it'd be really. What are you doing?
Elderly. I'm looking. I'm doing 2 different things here.
Alrighty.
Yeah. We'll have to go back to work mode just so I can humor Brian. Okay, so
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Brian's got him all kinds of puzzled.
I'm like, dude, I got too much going on here. I got 2 phones, I got texts, I got chats.
So, I mean, like I said, as much as I'd love to be able to say I want to see one and say it out loud, I'm so hesitant to wish that evil upon myself to actually watch one live.
Tornado?
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a super Midwest flex. Like you're on your porch and you're like, come on, tornado.
What's funny about that is because I was not a long time ago, but I don't know, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. Mm-hmm. I was at home and we had the siren go off, and I was chatting with some friends, and they go, "Dude, do you need to like go away and like hide because of the siren?" I was like, "Nah, it's fine, whatever." And I opened my patio door. I was on the 3rd floor, and I walked out, and I was like, "It's fine." I was like, either everything's going to be perfectly fine, or all of a sudden the call's going to drop, and you're going to be okay, and you're going to wonder, like, it'll be okay.
Okay. Brian's telling me to show you that.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we'll touch back on kind of Wednesday a little bit more. You know, like I said, the assistance or the employee assistant program is always good, but
okay.
if you go
I got you. Right there, the employee assistance program. We touched on this earlier, but you know, honestly, to kind of get back to that, I know a lot of people struggle with that type of thing. We've talked about it in the past. It's okay to not be okay. You know, we have our employee assistance program. It's always good to reach out if you know you need help, or if you think you're struggling. If you don't know how to process it or talk about it, that's what that stuff is for. This is kind of a hard segue back into it, but the assistance program is kind of an amazing thing.
Yes, love it. Yeah.
So if you needing the help, or you're not sure how to process something or how to think about something, call a supervisor. Let us know. That's what we're here for. We'll help you with that. Events like yesterday are hard. You know, it's tough on everybody. It's tough on the people that are the citizens, I guess you could say, that are there, the bystanders. It's tough on law enforcement. It's tough on EMS. It's tough on the security officers. It's tough on the businesses. Events like yesterday are difficult, and processing that type of thing is not everybody knows how to. You got some people that do and some people that don't, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing.
Yeah, even some of the guys, I mean, I was talking with some of them that were there that, you know, basically it was chaos. I was safe here at the office, kind of quarterbacking things, and you know, I basically watched it happen live, and I had about 3 or 4 different TVs with different coverages going, just to kind of keep an eye on things. And when it first started, there wasn't any audio or anything, but you saw some of the anchors that were there were basically, you know, saying, "Hey, there's a lot of rapid movement in this area," and that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Usually. And so it happened like a 20, 30 minutes prior. They had mentioned there was a bunch of movement. I think it was a fight or something that probably isn't even going to be talked about now. But that rapid movement, and so when you're in that situation, you don't know what you're going to do until you're in it. And so the processing that afterwards, I've never been in a crowd that big, you know, dealing with that kind of stuff. I've had some pretty hairy situations I've been in, and I'm not here to sit up here and act like it's cool or anything, but if you don't process that correctly afterwards, it can really have some kind of lasting effects on you, you know, weighing on you. And why am I, you know, there's such thing as survivor's guilt, and there's lots of psychological things that your body kind of forces you to go through that you may not even know.
And it's also an awakening thing for people in our industry that's a real thing that happens and that we've got to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, like my original point was, there's some of the guys we talked to, they were like, "Man, I was running towards danger," and you know, I'm proud of them for that, because it takes a special person to do that. But sometimes, even though, you know, doing it afterwards, it weighs on you. You know, just you sit there and put yourself through every little scenario of what could have happened, and you know, that's why those programs are there, because there's people that are a lot better at unpacking that than me.
Yeah.
And you know, I've had to use some of them in the past, and they're great. I've never used them here for Titan, fortunately. You know, I haven't had to, but I've had, you know, help with that stuff before. So some takeaways from that is, you know, I'm proud of my guys, you know, for doing what they did. And we actually got some recognition from, I was at a meeting with the client today, who was super appreciative of everything we did, and wanted to kind of give, you know, some kudos to the guys, some huge kudos. And so the Amtrak, which is attached to that building, which is not international, but yeah, no, it's interstate. It goes through different. So it's a big entity. Took the time to reach out and tell us how good the Titan guys were. And I believe someone, I don't know if Shane watches the show or not, but because he was the one that commented or had mentioned to us that one of the individuals that we took care of gave us kind of a shout out on a radio show saying of how good a job we did. And so, yeah, it's a surreal feeling to know that you've got such a good team. And, in those events that we did the things that we needed to do, because again, people will get up here and say that they're, going to run into danger and put their life before others. And
you don't know.
It's all you just say it until you do it. And like I said, having done, or when someone does that, there's some after effects. So again, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody that you need to talk to. If you know someone that's struggling and isn't, don't be afraid to speak up for them. I'd rather have them be upset with you that you reached out for help rather than they not get the help they need and do something that's not healthy. So other than that, that's
lessons for it. That was a good one. Is lessons. Any lessons that
you never know what's going to happen.
Never. Every time you go into your shift or you go into your day, regardless if you're at work or you're in your personal life, you never know what's going to happen. And so it's always those lessons you learn in training about keeping your head on a swivel and paying attention to everybody around you and those things. That's where that stuff comes in and shows its true importance, because you need to be able to keep a watchful eye on everybody around you. You may know what you're going to do, but you don't know what the 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 people around you are going to do, or how they're going to act.
Hundreds of thousands.
Or hundreds of thousands. So keeping your head on a swivel and paying attention and noticing those little subtle things as much as you can, that's a big lesson there. And then something that I kind of take away from it is treat, when you're in that situation, and I would personally like to think that I would want to treat everybody there like it's my family, and I want to make sure that they're all safe, as safe as I can keep them,
Mm-hmm.
And so I would want to do as much of that as I could, and our team did exactly that. Yep. And so did every law enforcement officer, EMS officer, and everybody else out there.
Some of the fans tackled that guy,
yep.
Unarmed fans, took it upon themselves that, hey, I may go down, but at least I'm going down trying to get this guy to stop. Yeah. And, fortunately, luckily, and thankfully, they weren't hurt in the process. And now, those guys are heroes. So everybody that did what they needed to do.
Absolutely.
We were leaving today, and there was somebody down there that Leon knew, and they were talking. And she has a son that is of high school senior or high school. Plays sports for a high school team, and he was down there. He's a built kid, and was near the action, and they basically were tossing him kids to throw over barricades, to put. And he's like, I don't know how far I threw those kids, but your adrenaline's going. And I was like, hey,
You're just trying to keep him safe.
That kid's a hero. If you threw the kid 10 feet and he, broke his shoulder or, bruised his shoulder or has a minor injury, that's better than losing a life. So I said that kid's a freaking hero.
Yeah.
And, he said he grabbed someone, just took off running with him, and he said, I don't know how far I went. I said, no, that doesn't matter. That little kid's a hero.
Yeah.
So. And that's a kid, that's the biggest thing. That the takeaway here is always be prepared. And everybody, pretty much everybody I talked to was like, dude, it was over. Like, we were all gearing up, packing up to go home, and our chief was down there and was getting ready to leave, and he jumped as soon as he found out what was going on.
Yep.
Threw his truck in park and parked straight into there. Yeah, just left his truck unattended.
Hit a parking space, wasn't even sure. Ran back.
Yeah, ran in there to take care of business. And so we're happy with all that. Unfortunately, someone did lose their life, and it was for senseless violence. So there's a bunch of takeaways. Is no argument, no beef with anybody is worth, senseless violence like that. And not to be political, because we're not going to go politics, but, treat other people how you want to be treated, and the world will take care of itself.
That's the big one right there. Is like, I think that's the biggest takeaway. Is one of the biggest takeaways is treat others as you want to be treated. When you talk to somebody, when you interact with them out in the world, treat them the same way you would want someone to talk to them the same way you want someone to talk to you. Be respectful, be polite. Sometimes is it deserved or is it no? But at the same time, I don't want someone yelling at me. I wouldn't want someone yelling at my family. So even if they're yelling even if they are yelling at me, I'm going to talk to them with some, level of respect, because I want them to come back down to that reasonable level and be there. So, let's see. Crisis response class for civilians and Leos is being offered on the 21st at 1900 at the 106th and Floyd from Lavi Iron Arsenal. Thank you, Lavi, for that information. 2 lessons, Charles says, is two things lessons that from situation is follow your instincts and always be ready for everything. Yeah. Yep. And your normal instincts are usually right. Be safe with them, follow them the best you can, and just keep your head on a swivel and pay attention to as much as you can around you. That's the big thing right there.
Yeah.
But
yep.
I don't really have anything else other than I can't thank the everyone who was out there enough, from civilians all the way to law enforcement to everybody who was involved. Everyone did an amazing job. Thank you guys so much for everything. We'll hop into the weather real quick. We'll get into that. Speaking on weather real quick, a nice little flurry of a snowstorm we had there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was driving in. It was like, I did not know it was going to snow.
I didn't either. So we'll hop over to the weather real quick. So what we're looking at for the weekend: Saturday 41 and sunny. Sunday is 56 and sunny. Monday is 58, partly cloudy. Tuesday is 63 and sunny. Wednesday it's 68, partly cloudy. Thursday 58. Friday 54, Saturday 60, and Sunday 64. So getting back into those high 50, low 60s, getting a little bit
perfect temperature
on the warmer side.
Yeah, we're in this is the second coming of winter, the third winter. We were in false spring.
Currently sitting at 36.
Yeah, we were in the false spring a little bit ago. So, well, good deal. It's obviously a pretty heavy week for everybody. It's been a long week, so everybody get some rest. That's off this weekend. We got another week next, and then the week after that, I am in Viva Las Mexico. I got a Mexico trip coming up. Pretty excited for, especially looking outside.
You going to
snow is pretty, but
are you going to a golden resort?
I am.
To match your golden fence and golden pool.
I didn't pay for this one. I mean, we paid for airfare, but I have some really loving relatives that have a timeshare out there and offered to let
I've
me.
always wondered about timeshares, if it's a scam.
They seem to like it. I've heard so many different stories about how timeshares are scams and that you get suckered in. But my very loving relatives are very, they live comfortably, so I don't think they're worried about that part. And it's an excuse to go to Mexico. It's Riviera. Oh, shit.
When do you leave? They actually don't say that.
A week from today.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can come.
We'll talk about that off air.
You don't want to go to my house while I'm on
No,
vacation.
I don't.
I have people staying there, so
I don't want to go to your house in general.
and two mean dogs.
Not unless
I think
there's a
they killed
pool.
something in the yard last night again.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I haven't gone to check, but it's too far away.
So.
I
expect a lot of photos.
Riviera Maya is where I'm going. So if
Riviera
anybody's
Maya.
been there, let me know how it is. I've heard nothing but good things.
Been to Cancun.
Lots of sunscreen. It's an hour north of Cancun.
Yeah, I've been to Cancun.
So, golden guard dogs. That's right.
Golden
they are
guard
golden
dog.
guard
There you
dogs.
go.
I need to get them golden collars.
You should.
What I need to do is have Sinead bring them up here, and they could be on the show one day.
They would slobber all over everything.
Eli probably would, but Sassy, she's a very she's very ladylike. No, she's
not. She's sassy. She's sassy for a
she's
reason.
sassy. She'll probably bite somebody.
Me?
She's the biter. Yeah, she doesn't know you, so she would. She didn't bite Leon the first time she met him,
That's
but Leon's
Leon.
good with animals.
I say all animals love Leon.
Yeah.
So other than that, we're gonna let you guys get back to your weekend. Thank you guys so much. I know I said it at the beginning, and I'm gonna say it forever and ever and ever. We appreciate everything you guys do. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. It means the world to us that you guys, everything about what you guys do. So thank you so much.
Yep.
We appreciate it. It was a phenomenal show.
Phenomenal. Hydrate.
Thank you guys so much. Remember, hydration is key. Hydration is the day before, not the day of.
Good deal.
So thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Bye.